broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to TechTime with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, Technology news of the week, the show for the everyday person talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. I'm Nathan Mumm, your host and technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise. Our co-host Mike Day is in studio today. He's the award-winning author and a human behavior expert. Now, we're live streaming on our show on 4 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch.tv, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We encourage you to visit us online at techtimeradio.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/techtimeradio. We are friends from different backgrounds, but we bring the best technology show possible weekly for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. We're glad to have Odie, our producer, at the control panel. Welcome, everyone. Let's start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, Mike, buckle up. We got a thrilling show ahead of us today. Today, we're diving into some of the hottest top technology news that you don't want to miss. First off, there's a major event on the horizon that can bring some game-changing announcement. Could a new player be entering the handheld game arena? Stay tuned to find out more. And in the world of social media, a popular app is facing a monumental legal challenge.
Momentous, maybe?
Well, momentous. It's a big challenge. What could this mean for millions of users? We're going to give you the scoop on this. And in a surprising twist, 2 tech giants are making headlines with their latest moves in political sphere. What are they up to now? We're going to break that down for you. And on our main feature today, we're going to keep you safe online. We'll unravel the mysteries of phishing and scam emails in our segment Letters. Learn how to spot those sneaky threats and protect yourselves from online scams. Finally, there's a new partnership in automotive industry that's going to set to revolutionize how we buy cars and maybe return them. What does this mean for the future of car shopping? Now, in addition, we have our standard features, including Mike's mesmerizing moment, our technology fail of the week, a possible Nathan, and of course, our pick of the day whiskey tasting to see if our selected whiskey pick gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up at the end of the show. But now it's time for the latest headlines in the world of technology.
Here are our top technology stories of the week.
All right. Story number 1, Amazon, Meta are both donating $1 million to Donald Trump's inauguration fund. Let's go to Kremed Westland for more on this story.
Amazon and Meta, seeking to get in Donald Trump's good graces, are each giving $1 million to the president-elect's inauguration fund. Trump has previously lashed out at both Meta and Amazon, among other big tech companies, and the donations by the 2 massive internet corporations are seen as efforts to curry favor with the incoming administration. Amazon, in addition to the $1 million cash donation to the fund, will live stream Trump's inauguration on Prime Video, which represents an in-kind donation valued at $1 million. Now, Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg personally directed his company to make the $1 million donation to the Trump inaugural fund. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, so let's talk about this. This is very interesting, right? So Donald Trump, his first campaign that he had, he's pretty anti-Meta and pretty anti-Amazon, right?
He's anti-everybody.
So he is. So now all of a sudden, out of the blue, Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, 2 weeks before the election, ordered the paper not to endorse a presidential candidate, arguing that the practice creates a perception of bias, which I guess that's a good thing to do. You don't want to have a newspaper saying...
It's not a perception.
Okay. And then Trump seems to have a lot of energy about reducing regulations. And Bezos now has come on the record and said, if I can help him do that, I'm going to help him. On top of that,
go, Jeff.
November 27, Zuckerberg, who hates Trump, he has just bashed him, decided to travel to Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida to dine with the president-elect. A Meta spokesperson said in a statement, it's an important time for the future of American innovation. Mark said that he was grateful for the invitation to join President Trump for dinner and the opportunity to meet with members of his team about the incoming administration. All right, so what the heck is going on here? So
I don't know. I don't think this is a what the heck is going on here. I think this is a we better get our butts in gear or we're going to get cremated in the
is that what it is? Because
on Twitter, or X or
X or whatever, or Meta Space or
True
Facebook.
Social or whatever.
So I just find it funny because these are like two of the biggest I would say enemies. Whoa. Two is a bunch of the there's a whole bunch of people that are all of a sudden deciding that they want to pony up and be a part. So it's very interesting because we have another story that we're going to be talking about regarding another social media company that's in trouble. And that media company that's in trouble, I'm going to kind of spoil our story upcoming here, of course, is TikTok. And Trump came on out just a couple of years ago saying that he loves having TikTok be a competitor to Meta and all the other forces that are out there. So this is just kind of a who's who playground of tech companies that shouldn't be getting political. This should be staying exactly just providing a social media aspect. Now deciding that they're going to want to get into this administration and work with them or not work with them. Is this the Elon Musk effect that since he's been having conversations with them that they all want to join to the table too? Is that what you think?
I'm sure there is a competitive piece of that because Elon has become this weird connected piece to the Trump campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the other two are just slobbering over themselves going, oh crap, we need to step up our games because Elon's got the jump on us.
Okay. That's exactly what I think too. So it's a real false, it's that false sense of, hey, let's be buddies. Right. All right. Well, story number 2 is I got lots of questions on this. This is I don't amazing, know. But not really, I guess, amazing.
Okay. Well, I don't know why, but we know that Amazon, you can get pretty much anything on Amazon. We can get books and clothes and toys and groceries, and you can get prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Now you can get automobiles.
What? Tell me more. What's going on
starting
here?
Today, for the first time, you can buy a car on Amazon. The catch is that same-day delivery is not guaranteed.
So even if I don't put it in my Prime, it's not a 2-hour delivery or 4-hour delivery?
Who knows? Okay. The e-commerce giant's first foray into car shopping is called Amazon Auto. Company is partnering with Hyundai dealers in 48 cities in the U.S. to list vehicles on the site. Customers can browse, order, find financing, and arrange delivery, all within the familiar confines of Amazon's online ecosystem. Of course, if you're looking for anything other than a Hyundai, you're out of luck for now because that's the only cars available.
Okay. Well, so do you think that's going to be the only car available? Probably not, right?
I'm sure this is just a test to see if it's going to work out. And if it does, you'll see all kinds of different things appearing on there.
All right.
It's Amazon Auto. Hyundai has become the exclusive launch partner. And you know, they're looking to expand that if it works out.
Okay.
And of course, you know, the effort is trying to bring the simplicity and ease of customers expecting Amazon to get them the things they want to get.
So do you think that would be easier buying a car on Amazon than it would be going to a dealership?
Well,
because there's already online companies that do this, right?
Yeah. Obviously, Amazon is taking cues from places like Carvana and Cars.com, and they're saying, okay, we can totally do this. So let's see what it does.
Okay.
Amazon first announced its plan to get into the car buying business last year. Previously, customers could browse car showrooms and compare prices on Amazon, but not actually buy a car. With this partnership with Hyundai, Amazon has finally added a key piece of the puzzle. Trade-ins will also be accepted through Amazon's new car vertical. Customers will have to answer a series of questions about the conditions of the vehicle, after which the request will be processed by an independent valuation service to determine the value of the trade-in, which is
that's fair.
A car salesman.
Okay. Is that a nicer new way of saying
that's what a car salesman does?
Okay.
Amazon's deal with the Hyundai neatly sidesteps this issue by ensuring that dealers remain a crucial part of the process. Most dealers allow customers to browse and buy a car through their own websites, but having Amazon as an additional platform with millions of daily customers sure to help make the process even easier.
All right. So in our pre-show meeting here,
I don't even know.
Odie had a question here, right? So you're going to ask the question? Yeah, you got to ask that question because that was hilarious. What are you going to?
I mean, with this in mind, if you don't like it, does that mean you get to return it to like a Whole Foods or a Kohl's?
Yeah.
Where would you go and return this car?
Just think about it, going into the Kohl's.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For 30 days?
I think you know, if you want to give it back, you can just show up to a Whole Foods. So that would
drop the car.
Just drop it off and throw the keys into
Scan the QR
here you
code.
go, bam, sorry, we don't want this anymore. Take it back.
Do you get a 30-day return window too?
Would it?
What's that?
I don't even know how that would work because Amazon's return policy is like super simple, but until you try it.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like some
Ask
swamp.
another question.
You're in some sort of swamp of oblivion you can't get out of.
Yep.
But also, does that mean I basically get to,
try a car for 30 days?
Try a car for 30 days and be like,
Yeah.
Run it up on miles.
So what if you like the car for a bit and then all of a sudden you start having problems? Do you turn it back in on the date, or do you do what people do and then you order the same exact car 4 months later and then you just return the car at the other time?
Yeah. What's stopping people from doing that?
I don't know.
They'll probably be like, nope, sorry.
Also,
do you get salespeople to come on out too? Because I kind of like going when I buy my vehicle. That sleazy. Well, I shouldn't say sleazy.
No, they're
that
sleazy.
nice.
They're
Okay.
sleazy.
Okay, sleazy.
Yeah.
Okay. The sales guy that I'm trying to buy this one vehicle, and then all of a sudden he just wants me to buy this other vehicle down the lot. Right? He's like, oh no, you know what? You need to be in this car. I'm like, no, I don't need a Jeep. I want to be in this.
That's because there's a bigger profit margin on the car he wants you to buy.
Is that what it is?
Yep, exactly what it is.
Okay,
that's exactly what it is.
All right. Well,
you know what the first rule of car sales is?
What?
The customer doesn't know what they want until you tell them.
Is that really?
That's right.
Okay. Well, I got a great mesmerizing moment question I'm going to ask
I can't wait.
All right. All right. We'll go on to story number 3. Lenovo might soon announce a Steam OS handheld. Valve revealed earlier this year that it will support the ROG Ally handheld with its Steam Deck operating system. And now it looks like Lenovo, that's the big computer company, will soon have its own Steam OS handheld too. PC makers like Lenovo, Asus, MSI have opted into a Windows-based handheld so far, but as consumer patience with Windows on tiny screens wears thin and Microsoft progress of improving the experience is slow, it seems that OEMs are looking for a better alternative. Lenovo's potential entry into the SteamOS handheld comes just days after Valve quietly updated a document with new branding guidelines that include powered by SteamOS hardware. This suggests a sign that Valve is working with more third-party manufacturers beyond Asus to certify devices for SteamOS. Valve has been here before, though. At CES 2013, it tried to tempt PC manufacturers to sign into its Steam Machine initiative, but didn't get far enough. The reason to believe that this time things will be different is thanks to Proton. The Steam Deck uses Proton software capability layers that have already been proven with many Windows games. Now, I have a Steam Deck myself.
You have a Steam Deck.
I have the Steam Deck. So I have the Valve-issued Steam Deck. CES 2025 is just weeks away. I will make a prediction right now, which isn't really a prediction because I have some insider news on this, that there is going to be more SteamOS-powered hardware that will be announced at CES 2025. And I believe Lenovo, because their marketing team didn't do a very good job and all their stuff was shipped to CES ahead of time and somebody opened a big box, is going to have one of these devices available there also. Now, you don't have a Steam-powered hardware device. Would you buy a Lenovo version if it was a little bit cheaper? I like my Steam Deck a lot.
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, I have my...
Do you play all your Steam stuff on your computer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How much is a Steam Deck?
So Steam Decks, right now in the secondary market, you can get them all the way down for $249. When they come on out, or normally they're about $400. So it's right at the same price as you would get a Switch or a PlayStation Slimline device that's available there. So it's still available at the same price. I am excited though. I think SteamOS powered hardware may be a wave of the future. I think they're going to be 3 or 4 providers out there And if you can play your Steam games on a nice device, I think that really makes Nintendo have to step up a bit. Because Steam games are 99 cents to...
Why Nintendo?
What?
Why Nintendo?
Well, because Nintendo's the other portable, right?
Well, you've got...
Also, they've kind of dropped the ball lately.
Nintendo is
like,
they're just so they can just do what they want. They're just in their own space.
Right.
They can be late on something. They can not release any new product. And then when they decide to release some new games and new products, they'll sell millions of units and make tons of money. It's the only company that I've ever seen in the gaming
They're the
market.
Apple of gaming.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Essentially.
They have the ability to do that. All right, story number 4. TikTok loses appeal to delay ban. The clock is ticking on TikTok's attempt to delay an impending ban on the United States. And its latest bid for more time was rejected by an appeals court last Friday. Lawyers for the video sharing app have requested a temporary pause to petition the Supreme Court. An incoming presidential administration, see, I was talking about this, but a 3-judge panel denied this request. The app faces a U.S. ban if parent company ByteDance does not sell it by January 19th. Also on Friday, lawmakers sent letters to Apple and Google executives instructing them to prepare to remove TikTok from their app stores. So here's our social media quandary, right? So Trump was like, I love TikTok because it lets Meta have competition. Meta all of a sudden is jumping on up saying, hey, we love you now, new president-elect. So we're going to give you this money. We're going to give you this money. Other people are doing that too. Does that mean all of a sudden the president says, well, geez, now I don't like TikTok and now I think TikTok's bad and I changed my mind because these people are giving me stuff? I have said passionately that I believe TikTok should be able to be used. It should be able to be competitive in the American market because that keeps the American market not having a monopoly.
Despite all the warnings that you get from experts.
Yeah, so we all know Nick Espinosa is really anti-TikTok, isn't he? I mean, if there's somebody anti anything, it's him. I get that there are security risks, but man, I struggle with having just one company or two companies in the United States control all that data.
Well, it would be nice if we could just get rid of all of them.
Social media?
Life would be better.
So you know what? I'll have to talk. Hopefully I get to my Nathan Nuggets. I'm going to be talking about tactical keyboards. You remember the old BlackBerry keyboards?
Yeah, you bring up Blackberries a lot. You're like kind of stuck on Blackberries.
I am. So I've been on a hunt to find a tactical
they
keyboard.
were great.
They were.
I wish I had a BlackBerry growing up.
You weren't even alive when the BlackBerry thing came out, were you?
I was.
Oh,
my
you
dad
were like
had
2
one.
years old, right?
No. Well, that's
like
very
9.
nice. No.
You were like 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No. So remember the tactical keyboard? I cannot type. I misspell so many times.
You misspell regardless.
Well, no. When I had my BlackBerry, I was like the killer.
You misspell soup.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. We'll continue on. That ends our top technology stories of the week. Moving on, we have our letter segment up next with a few listener submitted articles. Buckle up, tech enthusiasts, as we drive into the show at 88 miles per hour into our next segment. See you after this commercial break.
This is Mark
and Greg
for Copiers Northwest
with a terrific offer
called Printer Care Plus.
It's simple. Buy HP printer cartridges from Copiers Northwest and we'll service your current printers for free.
That sounds too good to be true.
It's made possible due to our HP Copiers Northwest relationship.
Copiers Northwest is an HP Platinum partner,
one of only 2 in the entire Northwest.
And now with Printer Care Plus,
Copiers Northwest will provide free printer service
as long as they purchase genuine HP cartridges from Copiers Northwest.
That's right. IT departments no longer have to service printers
or fix paper jams with Printer Care Plus.
They can focus on more strategic initiatives
and let our experienced technicians keep their HP printers up and running.
Sounds like a love-love relationship for IT departments.
Don't get too carried away. So how do they get more details on Printer Care Plus?
Call Copiers Northwest today, 206-282-1200, or visit copiersnw.com.
Copiers Northwest. New ideas, new solutions.
Welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Our weekly show covers the top technology subjects without any political agenda. We verify the facts and we do it with a sense of humor in less than 60 minutes. And of course, a little whiskey on the side. Today, Mark Gregoire, a whiskey connoisseur, is away for the holidays. So Odie has taken his place in the studio. Odie,
Odio.
Odie, what have you chosen for us today?
Hello. Okay, so today we're drinking the Kuriyoshi 12-year-old pure malt whiskey from Matsui's website. The name of the newest distillery, the Kuriyoshi Distillery, is a new wind in whiskey. The 12-year-old pure malt whiskey has the aroma of nuts and almonds, followed by a rich malt flavor with hints of vanilla and raisins and a faint smoky flavor.
It tastes smoky.
This vintage has the perfect balance with the sweetness, bitterness, and acidity. Here are the stats.
Okay.
The company is Matsui Shuzo. Distillation is Kuriyoshi Distillery in Tottori Prefecture, Japan. Classification is Japanese whiskey, aged 12 years, 43% ABV and 86 proof.
Okay.
The mash bill is 100% malted barley, and it goes for $82 or $115 in the U.S.
Okay. All right. What do you think of this so far, Mike?
Are
you liking this?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet?
No.
So this was on our Japanese trip. We actually bought this
Yep.
whiskey, and this was behind the counter lock security item for this whiskey itself. I had to show them passport, ID, a bunch of stuff. So this is like the new high end whiskey. They had a couple of these
In Japan.
In Japan. It does have a unique, different taste, though.
It does.
I don't know if I'm liking it or not liking it. Well, we'll see how maybe if it airs out a little bit.
I guess we'll see.
Okay.
But please remember to like and subscribe. In addition, comment and let us know if you have a whiskey you would like us to review. Drink responsibly. Remember, heaven can wait.
That's right. And if you have a whiskey you want on the show, let us know. We have been on for going on 5 years now, our show, and we have not ran out of whiskey. And I keep on looking at the whiskey selections that are there, Mike, and I think we're going to have a gazillion more that are available. All right. With our first whiskey tasting complete, let's move on to our feature segment. Today, we're bringing back the funny yet informative reading of emails that I've received during the week. This includes scam, phishing emails, and all-out mistruths disguised as legitimate emails in a segment we like to call Letters.
Letters, we get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters, we get letters. And the letters all have songs.
All right. We're going to start with Mike, and then we're going to go to Odie, and then we'll come back to me and see what we got. We got a bunch of different areas that we have here. So, Mike, which one are you going to start out with? You got a couple funny ones there. So,
I think I'll start out with the NFT one because everybody loves NFTs.
Oh, well, what's going on in the NFT world?
Well, exciting news.
Okay, what's
according to this email.
All right.
Your NFT has an offer of 1.3 ETH.
Ethereum, okay.
Ethereum.
Okay. Well, that's really nice.
That's pretty much it. That's all. That's what it says. It says you received an offer of 1.3 ETH for one of your NFTs. Okay. Check out the details on our platform and see if you'd like to accept the offer. And then it has a tab to connect your wallet.
All right. So one Ethereum right now is transferring for $3,857. So we have 1.3.
So 1.3. So you got
like almost $3,000
to $5,000, right? Okay.
Yep. They're going to offer for our NFT. Now that's a great offer. That must have been an NFT that you drew on the air.
I'm sure it was,
because that's the NFT that we posted on our OpenSea that you can buy a TechTime Radio NFT for. Mm-hmm. All right. So that sounds like a great deal. I would be excited to open that up and share that with you, and then we can have a great Christmas.
You know what where this is from?
What's the email from? It's got to be from a reputable email account.
Sure. If it's no-reply equals tourist.app at sin.tourist.app on behalf of Magic Eden, quote, no reply at tourist.app.
Tourist.app. Okay. Yeah. So tourist.app, so they must know a lot about NFTs, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't follow this.
Okay, crap. Well, I've never heard of tourist.app as an NFT.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle. So there's a link on there. What happens when you click on the link? I got the page behind there. Do you have the page behind there to show what happens? All right. So then you go to a subpage.
So you had to. Did you have to connect your wallet, or did you just have to punch that button?
So I hit the button, and then it goes to this new screen.
Okay. So it says someone has made an offer on one of your listings. Ensure you're connected to view the details. It has connect wallet again.
Okay.
And then it has 6 NFTs
that are listed down there.
that are listed.
Okay, so I think that's supposed to be that like those were the latest sales that they had available. So I click on again. So it sends you one link to this link, and then there's another connect your wallet.
Yep.
So then the connect your wallet, you click on that link, and then all of a sudden, guess what pops up? We're having problems with our wallet connection at this time. Please stay on the line because we'll have somebody come on in to chat with you, and they put you into a chat window, right? So all of a sudden, I had Tony decided to come on, Toni. So I get a unique way to spell Tony, I guess. So Tony decided to come online and was able to help me. I said, well, I was not able to get the wallet to connect. He said, well, that's all right. You know what? Let me help you, and I can do it manually. What do you have your wallet at currently? I said, well, I have my wallet currently on crypto.com, so that's where I have it, or Coinbase. And he's like, well, you know what? How about you let me screen share so I can come on in and I can help you connect so that you can get paid immediately with Coinbase.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So then he sent me a
link. Sounds like
link.
The Beekeeper.
Yeah, exactly. The Beekeeper is a great movie to watch. So all of a sudden, he sends me this link to connect, and I said, well, I don't know how to connect a PC. I got this.
Did you start doing the?
I started doing the
old guy thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. And then I still don't get it. So then about 15 minutes into that, the individual swears at me. That must be the way that they just love to end their conversation. Swears at me, then disconnects and was not able to help me.
No,
they're
absolutely just, you're frustrating them, and they don't have any
time to.
They're
trying to scam me. They're trying to scam me, and they don't have the time.
They don't have
to scam me out of my money. So I've inconvenienced them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what we used to do to telemarketers. We'd keep a telemarketer on the phone until they got ticked off and swear at us and hang up.
So what do we learn from this? We shouldn't click on the links. And if somebody's going to ask us for support and we do not know who they are, do not give them access to your computer. They can tell you they're from Microsoft or from anywhere to help you. Do not give access, because there are tools out there that you can give access to, and then they can just take over your whole machine.
That's right. Or you can do all that.
Yeah.
And get all your money stolen.
Okay, well that's
how
true.
about that?
Okay, so
let's talk about the positives here. If you want to, if you really want to get into this stuff, just say yes to everybody. There's a movie like.
Okay.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. Just say, I kind of like this new. Is this for the rest of the day? It's going to be about positive. We're just going to.
Sure.
We're not going to talk about any negative.
Super positive. Yeah. Just say yes to the guy and give him remote control of your, because you're going to click on the links anyway.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Do not click on the links. All right. Odia, you're up next.
Maybe if I
she
turn on
was
my
too busy
microphone.
laughing.
She was laughing. Okay.
You've got an email from Naox.
Okay.
info.rojo@vnzz.findmesn.me.
Oh, it sounds very legit.
On behalf of Provide Insurance Quick Auto Ins.
Okay.
All right.
So this is gonna. Do you know what? I bet you this is exciting because they're probably gonna try to help.
So much money.
Oh, they're gonna save me. Oh, tell me more.
Yes, save up to $610 a year.
Oh.
Check your availability in the subject line.
Okay.
Auto coverage may be cheaper than what you think, Nathan.
Ooh.
Let's drop your rate. And it has a little button with your zip code.
Okay.
Finding the right auto insurance used to be a hassle, but with Provide Insurance, it's never been easier. In just a few minutes, we could help contact you with top-rated carriers. Let us find the perfect policy for you. With confidence, you're fully protected without breaking the bank.
Okay. So they have these links that I can type in my zip code, right?
There's there's a zip code link, and then there's the big Start Here button.
So guess what happens when you click on the Start Here?
It takes you to a random.
It takes you to a page, and it wants to know all about my existing insurance because it wants to save me money.
Right, $610 a year.
Yes. So the questionnaire, first off, was way too complicated because they want to know what my information is of what I'm paying, who I have, my policy number. Wants to know my checking account.
Wow.
So it is literally about 60 questions and answers that I need to fill out, and it's
that's
interesting.
Not quick and easy.
It's not quick and easy.
Boom,
and
that's the first lie.
And this company must be saving money because I went to a Google Forms to fill this all out. So when you
That's
go to a
legit.
free Google's form, and it's got their logo there though, so I was like, well, that must be
It's
legit.
still a Google form though.
So it's a Google form that they were collecting all this information for. So now I started filling it out with a bunch of stuff that was incorrect, and I always put like fake social security numbers. So poor people, it's probably a real social security number of somebody that I use, but
Wow.
that's okay. So I put it out there, and then I clicked send, and then they said that they would contact me back immediately. And so I did get a phone call. So I'm like a chat
You
message.
put your real phone number.
So I do put my real phone number in there. So I
He
do.
uses his old BlackBerry.
Not my old BlackBerry. It's actually my iPhone. So I put it in there, and then I got a call. It was kind of difficult to hear the individual. He had a very heavy accent. Sounded like he was in a call center. And he did not have the same company name for the insurance, but at least he knew that he was trying to sell me insurance, that he could help me out. And so I said, thank you so much. How are you doing? And then he said, well, I'm looking through this application. I don't have. So he clearly got the actual application they submitted on Google Forms. He knew a bunch of the information. And he said, well, sir, I can't help you. I've never heard of the name of the insurance company, and so I did Vern Fonk as the one that I do, and he had never heard of that. And I said, well, don't you know you honk when you drive by Vern Fonk? And the guy is like, what the heck are you talking about? So we talked for about 10 to 15 minutes. I was a lot more engaged than...
Did he not successfully save you $612?
No, but you know what? He did not swear at me when he left. He just said, sorry, sir, we probably can't save you any money, and continued on.
Is it possible that this was a legit sales thing?
You know,
I doubt it.
You know what? It could have been. You know, so Mike, it could have been.
What kind of company is info.rojo at vnzz.findmess?
So I don't think it is. I don't think it was.
M-E.
I don't know.
I don't think it was. And again, you should not be filling out a Google form if you're trying to get your insurance changed.
Exactly.
So that should be the first note. If you're going to a free form that's available for everybody without any real information, that's not based on the web page itself. It actually took you to the Google form web page.
They just had better trained scammers on the other end.
They're just more polite. I think they were more
polite scammers.
They're more polite. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to do mine. And how many minutes do we have left, Odie? We got about a couple more minutes. Okay. Here we go. So I got this thing that says, this is from Kara at Data Axle. But all of a sudden, Data Axle is nowhere in here. It's at insights of blah, 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 blah at a bunch of numbers, .net.com. So they were kind of confused on their deal. They have like a .net and then a .com. So I guess it's both that you can send it to. That just means that they actually signed up for .net.com. All right. It says, unwrap your gifts to start 2025 on a high note. I have a look at this a holiday season. I can open for a story. I can open for the perfect recipe. I can open for 2025 success, and I can open for a movie mashup. Now, there's social media icons on here. None of these social media icons work. So if you go to a page and they're sending you something in email and none of the social media, maybe one of those could be incorrect and they haven't updated them. I can get that sometimes, but none of those open up anything on the social media. Probably first sign. Their contact information page does not exist. Everything is black. There's no information down there. Probably not a good sign either. But you know what? I decided, what the heck? These are 4 holiday gifts for me. I cannot miss out on these gifts.
Did you open a story?
I did. I opened. I did not do the story because I didn't want the story, but I opened for the perfect recipe. All right. And I opened for the 2025 success. Now, there went to 2 different URLs. The 25 success went to a astrology page that told me my astrology information.
Well, that sounds about right.
So that was pretty good. And I was very excited that when I opened the perfect recipe, it took me to recipe.com. So I have what they do have though on this email is they have a tracking device that knows that when I click on it, that I opened the email. So what this is doing is, even though these links were not really nefarious, they weren't asking for any information. What they do know is that I clicked on this email because it sends back a token saying that I clicked on it at what time it was, knowing that they can then continue to sell my information at that email account because I'm actively using that email.
So what is a scam then? It's just an active email
It's just
scam?
It's just a campaign to see active email. Links of opening a story and a perfect recipe were just links to existing items that were out there. So not a whole lot on the deal other than Nathan's a live person. We're going to keep on sending them spam so that we can do this segment. All right, you got one more here.
Little do they know.
That's right. You have one more here, Mike. I think you and Odie both have one last one.
Okay, this is from healthcare.gov notices marketplace at healthcare.gov.
Okay, it looks really legitimate. And
Looks
the email,
legit.
it looks
The
legitimate.
emails, yeah.
Okay. So
Tomorrow is the last day to find coverage starting January 1st. Urgent deadline tomorrow.
okay, so what date is it on the tomorrow? So what's the date that I received that email?
You received it on the 14th.
On the
of
14th.
December.
Okay, so
Tomorrow?
a little bit again.
Well, this kind of makes sense when you're thinking about like
15th?
what do they call those?
Open enrollment.
Open enrollment months.
Yeah.
So this kind of jives with that.
It plays
right?
into it pretty good, doesn't it?
It does. Tomorrow is the last day to enroll in coverage beginning January 1st. Find out if you qualify for savings and pick the plan that works best for you at healthcare.gov. Remember to enroll by tomorrow for coverage starting on January 1st. It does have on the back, it looks like this message is paid for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services
Okay.
blurb.
Looks really good, doesn't it?
Looks pretty good. What happened when you? 'Cause I know you had to click on
So
that.
I clicked on the link itself. It did not go to the right page.
Which
So
page did it go to?
so it went to a page that wanted to download a PDF for me to fill out. The PDF was not a valid Adobe PDF. This is a part of, I think, still the Adobe hack that happened that we talked about quite a bit ago, that Adobe and both DocuSign were kind of compromised. And so this link actually goes to a hijacked site, downloading a PDF file. Looks legit, was sent probably from the template of the healthcare, maybe even from the system itself. But anytime you get something and you click on it and it wants you to download an attachment immediately, you should always pause and stop. That is not the recommended way to move forward with anything. So please be really careful. If there's any time you open a web page and it wants you to download something, you should be able to open and go through web pages without downloading, without clicking on something, unless you know what it is needed for. Do not click on it itself. All right, Odie, you got the
There we
last
go.
one here.
I do have the last one. The last one is from Rogers at the Go Massive.
Okay.
Hi, Nathan. I'm an Amazon and Walmart expert with a proven track record. If you're available for a quick Zoom call, and then they give you the calendar thingy, I'd love to demonstrate my expertise. I'm confident you'll be impressed. Best regards, Roger.
Okay, so
He's an Amazon and Walmart expert. Is it Walmart?
Yeah.
Both, yeah.
Okay, so what is he? What is he doing? So is he an expert
He's an
of
expert.
Walmart? Is
he
an
wants to
expert?
show you his awesomeness.
So,
Yeah, he's an expert of both.
so what is he going to do for me?
He's going to show you how
He's
much
gonna-
of an
He's gonna show me
expert he
how
Yeah.
to
Over Zoom.
over Zoom. He's going to show me how to go to Walmart and buy stuff,
Hmm.
or
I'm sure that's
sell stuff.
I'm sure that's Walmart.com. He's not.
So
That's so passe going to a store.
so I don't quite understand the value. So that my
It
problem.
reminds me of those people that are convinced to go buy the gift cards, you know?
Oh, they go in and they get the calls
Yeah.
and they go into the store and they say, I need to buy $300 of Google gift cards.
Yeah, Google
I
Play or
kept
whatever.
I kept somebody for 3 hours trying to get me. I wanted to give them a $10,000 gift card and they wouldn't accept that.
They wouldn't accept that.
Nope.
All right. Well, there you
So
go.
did you
$10,000.
schedule a Zoom call with Roger?
I did not.
You should have.
No. Why
That would have been the
not?
best thing ever.
I just don't know what he would be an expert of. He's an expert.
He's
of
an expert
Walmart.
at Amazon
Or Amazon.
and Walmart.
No,
My
do you
wife is an
think-
expert at Amazon and Walmart. If you want someone to
I-
show
I
you how to
don't- I
use
don't
those
know.
two things,
Yeah, I'm not
she
sure.
can sell and buy and do everything.
Is it like okay, Nathan? Here's what you first
you click
you
on
go
Walmart?
through the door. Don't even look at the greeter if they have one because they'll say something to you and then you'll have to say hi back.
So you just keep going. All
Just
right.
walk past them.
All right. Okay. Well, that ends our later segment. All right. After the break, we have This Week in Technology, but now we have Mike's mesmerizing moment.
Welcome to Mike's mesmerizing moment. What does Mike have to say today?
All right, Mike, here's your mesmerizing moment. You worked at a car dealership a long time ago in your life.
I did.
Yes. Is having Amazon coming in as a third party good for the consumer purchasing of a car? Give me your salesman information back end on this.
So I'll just give you a story.
Okay.
All right. So when I was doing car sales,
Yeah.
I had to get a job really fast, so I became a car salesman. which was, I don't recommend. It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
It was a horrible, horrible job.
But you know what?
I learned a lot, though. I learned a lot. Okay, so back when I was doing this, they had tried to sell cars online, and customers just weren't buying them online.
Okay, makes sense.
And so there was this whole bad marriage thing between dealerships and customers.
All right.
But then they started this Carvana thing, and some of these companies suddenly became
pretty profitable. And people like it, right? I mean, if I can order a car and you drop it right off.
You know, if Amazon is grabbing onto this now, I can't say whether or not it's going to be best for customers, but it's obvious that the online market has taken root for this thing, and people are sick and tired of dealing with dealership madness because it's madness.
Is it?
It's a whole big psych game going to a dealership and talking to a salesperson, because all they're doing is employing all these little tricks, all these psych tricks to get you to do something you think you want to do.
So if I can buy it on the ease of just having going to Amazon and looking for a color and a model and information, does that then become a better alternative than going to a dealership?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a quicker alternative. I don't know if it's a better alternative, because then you have to deal with the fact that, hey, this is not the car I ordered, or hey, this doesn't even start.
Not to mention, Carvana had a lot of issues where they dropped the car and damaged the car on drop off.
Yeah, they did, and they had both of the places that have done.
They were just running around and just like.
Well, no, just because when you transport, right? If you're transporting on a flatbread, and all of a sudden you're going across the highway and you're going across freeways, and it's rock sting it and do this type of stuff. They don't transport it the same way as the dealerships get them from the actual factory people. So I'm sure that this is just Amazon just putting their toe in the water, and they're doing it. You know, they've got Hyundai on board to say, okay, yeah, we can test this out. But I don't know. Does it? So, you know, traditionally a car loses over half of its value once you drive it off the property. Yeah.
Does it lose all that value when the car delivery service drives off the property, or does it lose all that value when they drop it in front of your house?
See, I would only be interested in this for actual new cars. I don't think I would buy any used car without at least taking it out, kicking the tires, and making sure that it's working right. That's just my 2 cents.
I can't see other companies jumping on this, like BMW or Lexus. I can't see them.
No, they want the whole experience, right? So you go on in and you got the high-end coffee and cappuccino, and you're sitting down there.
It's all the same scam, though. It's all exactly the same thing. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're employing psychological tricks to get you to buy stuff they want you to buy.
Okay.
And new cars don't have as much profit margin as used cars. Used cars are the ones, if you ever sell cars, used car salesman, that's where the money is.
That's right. That makes sense, because you get it in on a trade-in and you pay $500 and say that it's not worth anything, and then you clean it up and you try to fish.
Yeah, we call it fish.
What does that mean?
You know, it's like if you were going to get if the markup on the car was $1,000, that's a 1 pound fish.
Oh, okay.
Then there's the 2 pounder and a 3 pounder. Your whole goal as a salesman is to get the highest get the highest fish.
There you go. All right. Well, Mike, thanks for that mesmerizing moment. Up next, we have This Week in Technology. So now would be a great time to enjoy a little whiskey on the side, as we're going to be doing so during the break. You're listening to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm. See you in a few minutes.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you know what? We need people to start liking our social media pages.
If you like our show, if you really like us, we could use your support on Patreon.com.
Or is it Patreon? I think it's Patreon.
Okay, Patreon. If you really like us, you can.
And you say I'm the English guy?
Patreon.com.
I butcher the English language?
You know you butcher the English language.
Okay, so it's
all the time.
It's Patreon.com.
Patreon.com. If you really like our show, you can subscribe to Patreon.com and help us out.
Oh, and you can visit us on that Facebook platform. You know, the one that Zuckerberg owns?
The one that we always bag on?
Yeah, you can. We're on Facebook, too.
Yeah, like us on Facebook.
Do you know what our Facebook page is?
TechTime Radio.
At TechTime Radio. Yeah. You know what? There's a trend here.
It seems to be that there's a trend, and that's TechTime Radio.
Or you can even Instagram with us.
And that's at TechTime Radio.
That's at TechTime Radio. Or you can find us on TikTok.
And it's TechTime Radio.
It's at TechTime Radio.
Like and subscribe to our social media.
Like us today. We need you to like us.
Like us and subscribe. That's it?
That's it. That's that simple.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going back to December 6, 2003. There was an initiative that came on out that says we will stop spam with the Can Spam Initiative. The initiative to controlling the assault of non-solicited pornographic and marketing act of 2003 is a law passed in 2003 to establish the United States' first national standards for sending of commercial email. The Can Spam Act of 2003 is signed into law, passed in an attempt to control the growing masses of junk email.
That word is deluge.
Deluge of junk email. The law is effectively dubiously passed. Now, this is the problem with this whole bill. So they came on out. This is when they had already made it illegal to have pornographic emails be sent, and that has really stopped today, right? I mean, everybody still gets those in their inbox, but that's
do
what
they? I don't get those in my inbox.
Oh, neither do I. No, neither do I. Okay, all right.
What are you subscribing to?
Okay, so essentially, the bill fails to prohibit many types of email spam. So this is what the bill came on out to do, which is horrible. In particular, it does not require emailers to get permission before they send marketing messages. So that should have been number one that it should have done. It also prevents states from enacting stronger anti-spam protections because they wanted the government to do it. So instead of having it be state initiative-wise, they decided the government could take care of this back in 2003 when they had no cyber protection. It prohibits individuals who receive spam from suing spammers except under law not specified to email. So this was the worst law created by people who did not understand technology just to make it sound like they were stopping spam. This reminds me of like the Zuckerberg when he's gone in front of court and they're talking about Facebook and they're like, oh, Facebook is horrible. And you have all these state senators that have no clue what
they don't know how it works or
you
what
know,
it
you
does.
don't even gotta go back that far. Just when that when the CEO of ByteDance went out into Congress and it's like, does this connect to my Wi-Fi and all that? And it's like, dude.
Yeah, you're like, what the heck are you talking about? It's like
Tell me you don't know what you're talking about.
These senators have like no clue what they're doing. So all these people at the government level decided to create this Stop Spam initiative. Do you know how much this cost? Over $2 million to do research, to do studies. And then they came up with that they weren't going to hold people liable. They weren't going to do this. You didn't have to have a subscriber list. None of these initiatives were ever taken into place. So that just can tell you that a good idea in the wrong hands can actually make things worse than make it better. Now, that was This Week in Technology.
Okay.
What's that?
You're going
to be positive. What was the positive about this?
My positive is that I still get all kinds of junk mail.
Okay.
In my regular mailbox. Why wouldn't I be getting it in my email box?
Okay, so there you go. So it helped you to just have it on both platforms. That was This Week in Technology. If you ever wanted to watch some Tech Time history with over 230 weekly broadcasts spanning 5+ years of video, podcasts, and blog information, you can visit us at techtimeradio.com to watch our older shows. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have Mark's Mumble Whiskey Review. See you after this break.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. Story Coffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at storycoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at storycoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
Okay, mumble away, Mark.
Mumble away. Okay, do you guys know what we're celebrating today?
What are we
National
celebrating?
Japanese Whiskey Day?
Okay, here's the hint.
Okay.
Terminator Day.
No.
Judgment Day.
No.
No?
So I don't know why Mark picked that, but it's National Device Appreciation Day.
And he chose
Terminator.
Terminator 2 music?
I don't know why,
Maybe Mark was on
Mark,
vacation.
if you're listening to
He was
this,
a little bit on vacation early.
I think you might have drank a little bit too much.
So the day is an opportunity to appreciate the devices that help us lead our lives and take steps to protect those that are most important to you. The best, most effective way to protect all of the items that contribute to joy in your life is to properly insure them. Guess who sponsors today? Traverse, a fully mobile insurance platform.
Okay.
So yay.
I'm still having trouble with this.
I don't know how it collects, but whatever.
Maybe that's just the first step before the machines take over.
Okay. Yeah.
So Japan's electronics industry is one of the largest in the world. Like Japan's electronics industry, Japanese whiskey is also showcasing the country's expertise in a different area. Matsui Shuzo is a Japanese whiskey distillery and brewery that has been in operation since 1910. The predecessor, named Agawa Shuzo, was an old family that ran a sake brewery from the Edo period, 17th through the 19th century. The Matsui family acquired the business and continued to operate it, with the 12th generation owner being involved in the whiskey production. This mumble today is actually brought to you by our friend, Whiskey Chris. As Mark does not drink single malts, he reached out to Chris, and here are his thoughts.
Okay.
The nose, sherry, likely from an ex-sherry barrel, toffee, Granny Smith apple, light vanilla, and slightly sweet floral. The palate has raisins, pie crust, untoasted almonds. Cherry influence is still very strong, light oak, cherry pie with the mouthfeel as relatively thin. And the finish is a medium length with darker notes with black pepper, smoke, Luxardo cherries, dark chocolate, slight earthy note, a mix of tobacco and plant potting soil.
Okay.
Overall thoughts, the sherry is front and center. The fruit-forward notes help complement the sherry influence, stray in a completely different direction in the finish, adding more distracting flavors from the sherry with the strange earthy note. The nose is the best part of the whiskey. Second time I tasted this, toffee was almost more dominant than the sherry of the nose, which improved it immensely. What do you think Mark rated it?
Mark rated it. So he didn't want to taste it. So are we doing the Mark rating in it, or do we do it the Chris through the Mark rating? I kind of like Chris's analogy. I mean, this Chris guy seemed to be all over it. I don't. Mark comes on in here and kind of wings it a little bit. I mean,
that's because he knows that we aren't whiskey snobs.
Right. So from Chris, I guess Mark is,
he kind of.
It's a tentative thumbs up. First time tasted was a thumbs down because of that earthy soil note.
Okay,
but it's a thumbs up.
I kind of agree with him. So it has to grow on you, kind of like green mold.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, whiskey and technology are a great pairing. Just like holiday Christmas movies and the Hallmark Channel.
No.
The Hallmark Channel.
No.
Oh my gosh. Every story on the Hallmark Channel is the same. You got the poor person working.
I hate them.
Yeah, or the person's working at this deal.
I can't imagine. And it has the most ridiculous thing, like, the city girl comes back to her hometown roots and
the city's going to be bought by some oil Mongol that's going to destroy it. And,
right. And if it's not for the holiday magic that brings the whole town together with this one
It's a Wonderful
couple.
Life.
Yes.
Oh.
So you're saying you're not the Hallmark Channel fan?
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
apparently you are.
Well, you know what? I like the same story.
I don't want.
Yeah, you're basic.
Oh,
yeah, you're basic. You know what I watched?
What'd you watch?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, the Jim Carrey version.
All of them.
All
you
of
need to
them.
watch the Spirited. You need to watch Apple TV's Spirited.
No.
With Ryan Reynolds and
Jim
Will Ferrell.
Carrey all the way.
There was this one I watched last year where Santa Claus is like this ass-kicking guy and he runs around killing mercenaries. That was pretty cool.
You're talking about what's his face?
I can't remember what the movie was called, but these people
he's a Norse guy. He's a Norse guy.
Yeah, they kidnapped this family.
Krampus?
No.
They kidnapped this group of mercenaries. Kidnapped this family and runs around with a sledgehammer, just beating the hell out of it.
Yeah, this guy in Stranger Things. That's what it is. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was good.
David Harbour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, let's prepare for our technology fail of the week, brought to us by Elite Executive Services, technology experts to help you out of a technology fail.
we are out of time. Congratulations. You're a failure.
Oh. I failed, did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
All right. This is what we got coming to us this week. Do you like donuts?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because I'm not supposed to.
Okay. Krispy Kremes. Do you like Krispy Kreme donuts?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not no?
Well, guess what? Krispy Kreme, the U.S. donut chain and coffee house that operates over 1,521 shops and over 15,000 plus point of access, employs more than 20,000 employees. Company has an active partnership with McDonald's to offer its products to thousands of additional locations. Guess what has happened to them?
They
On
were
November
hacked, weren't they?
29th, 2024.
Did they get the donut recipe?
All right. Krispy Kreme detected an unauthorized activity November 29th, 2024 that has caused disruption to its online ordering system in the United States. On November 29th, 2024, Krispy Kreme Inc. was notified regarding an unauthorized activity on portions of its information technology systems. Krispy Kreme shops globally are still open, but consumers are unable to place orders through the app. They are able to go and visit the store in person and be able to get their daily selection of donuts. But if you wanted to order
Amazon
online,
can't deliver my Krispy Kreme.
well, maybe they could soon. The company has also updated its website to display a message warning that online ordering is disrupted. The cyber attack has had a material impact on Krispy Kreme's business and will continue until the recovery is complete. The company also expects a reasonable financial impact from the loss of revenue from digital sales during one of its highest times of sales. The recovery period is still going on, and fees are being paid to cybersecurity experts. I hope it's not FireEye. And advisors and costs associated with systems resorting efforts. Krispy Kreme has not shared any additional information about the attack, so it's unclear if the ransomware attack or if it's a different type of breach.
Well, shoot, you can't get donuts online. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and I have to drive to the store itself. All right.
The customer base nowadays is probably like, meh. I don't want them that much.
I don't want them that much, so I'll just go order them from.
Or they get really ticked off and go down to the local Krispy Kreme and yell at them for.
See, I love for coffee. Krispy Kreme coffee is nasty, but if you want to actually get a really good coffee, I like going to Dunkin' Donuts. I like their standard coffee; it's pretty good. All right, well now let's move on to our Nathan Nugget.
Your Nugget of the Week.
All right, so here I'm confused. All right, so it's 2025. We have our predictions show that we have coming on.
2025. Yeah.
Well, it's almost it's 2025 right in the rear corner. So here's what I'm confused with: Meta and Elon Musk are working together now. They hate each other. You got Musk and Meta working together. You got Bezos and Microsoft working together. Amazon and Microsoft. They people that literally a year ago, these companies hate each other.
Are cats and dogs living together? Mass hysteria?
I don't know what's going on. Meta is asking the California Attorney General, Rob Bonta, to block OpenAI's plan to transition from a nonprofit to a for-profit entity. All of these companies, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, and X, have all piled on against OpenAI.
Oh yeah, that's like the common enemy.
So now all of a sudden we're all friends, and now all of a sudden we all like the president too, and so we're all just going to throw on president-elect. Sorry, we're going to throw on that now OpenAI is bad because they're moving from a charity that used to have all this great information to potentially being gains as a company that people could invest in itself. So Zuckerberg is doing everything he can to fight against OpenAI, including saying that they should give Elon Musk the opportunity to come on in and explain how he created this company as a quote unquote qualified and well-positioned representative for the Californians on this matter. So this is
get out of here.
It's almost like April Fools. I'm just so struck with all these people working together. OpenAI is now the bad guy. Sam Altman is Darth Vader. All these people are all now just trying to save America.
That's
save
why this is
Californians.
on there, because your buddy's getting attacked.
Well, I'm just saying that I would never have expected to have
Sam
Zuckerberg.
Altman has become the evil dictator.
Yes, so now emperor. So now he's the evil emperor for his AI stuff, and everybody's working together. So my nugget is, I am lost of knowing who I like now and who I don't like. I mean, I'm not.
I don't like any of them.
I don't.
See, it's really easy when you just don't like any.
You don't like any of them?
I hate them all.
See, OpenAI, no big deal.
I don't like them.
You don't
I
like
don't
them?
like OpenAI.
Okay,
I don't like AI.
But you like Microsoft. You use an Xbox.
I like my video games.
Okay.
I'm going to sit here and be a hypocrite because I use a lot of technology.
You do,
but I also
do you have an Alexa in your house?
I hate Alexa. Man.
I thought you talked to Alexa. I thought you.
It is Device Appreciation Day.
I cannot appreciate that device.
Come on, you talk to Alexa all the time.
I ask Alexa questions, and she can't ever give me the right answer, or she gives me a whole
you need
different
to use
thing.
The OpenAI version of Alexa.
Sure, maybe that's what. But I can open up my Google phone and ask the exact same question and get the answer.
Oh.
I can type it into my Bing.
Yeah.
Get a whole bunch of Alexa sucks.
Okay.
Alexa
I will
rocks.
not appreciate any Alexa stuff today. I yell at her all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always cussing at her, so she always gives me the burm burm. The little bomb bomb noise.
Where they hang up on you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, well. Okay, you know what? I think, Mike, we're about out of time. You know what? We want to thank our listeners for joining the program. Listeners, we want to hear from you. So make sure you visit techtimeradio.com, click on our BR caller. I've been posting all the Nathan Nugget items available on our page. I'm not going to be posting my rant about all these people suing Sam Altman, so you're gonna have to
you are. You're gonna rant
year.
about it next week.
We're excited that our upcoming show is going to be our prediction show. We're going to look back at how Odie, Mike, and myself did on predictions of what was going to happen, and then we're going to make some new predictions. I can't wait for that over the year. You know, we want everybody to be safe during the holidays. Make sure that you drink responsibly. Heaven can wait. Is that what Mark always says?
Yeah, that's what he says. What do you guys rate today's Kuriyoshi Distillery?
We're going to do the whole
thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down.
I'm not going to give it a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs down.
It's a thumbs down for me.
I didn't like it either.
Okay.
I mean, I spent a lot of time buying this, so I should have like this whole deal about where I love this. I did not. You know what? It was a screw cap instead of a cork cap. That was
that was it. It had nothing to do with the funky soil flavor.
It did not. That was it. All right. Well, we want to thank everybody. Remember, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.